consoles. Guess what? They exist. Oh my god, it's Nintendo! But anyways, welcome back. Yeah, I'm not dead again. I think this just might be my new schedule. 2 videos a week. Haha, I'm cool. Yeah. But anyways, today we're gonna talk about consoles, as you couldn't have told from the title. Now, starting off, we're just gonna start with the banger that we like to call Nintendo. No matter what side you're on, you can agree that their, graphics are a little crappier than the rest, but their games hit a little bit harder. And that's kind of an equal balance that you need in this world, Can't have Romeo without Juliet. Nintendo kinda has a rich history, starting off as a humble trading card game. Ow! Pokemon! They started as a card game. They started in 1800? Gosh dang! Good job, buddies. But anyways, we're not here for the trading card games. We're here to play some fun games on the game system, like the NES. The NES is definitely the most infamous of any, video game system. It started the love of video games for a new generation. Screw you, Magnavox Odyssey. I don't care that you existed, you're bad. Yeah, I'm gonna go control my favorite video game with my thermostat real quick. This is where most loved games, especially my favorite, Final Fantasy, started off. These games aren't usually, not the greatest, because they're of 8-bit graphics. And that's okay, because we love them anyways, and their music is still really good to this day. And after that, we have the Game Boy. This game system revolutionized the entirety of the genre. Handhelds now exist, and they weren't the size of bowling balls. You might actually be able to leave your home. Oh wait, no, you can't see the screen, never mind. It's fine though, because you finally have a console that you can leave the house with. This game kind of paved the path for our next entry. Oh sorry, I forgot to mention the music, didn't I? This music is beyond good. Oh my gosh, so many classics come from this. Next up, we have the SNES. Now, the SNES is... who calls it that? Let's be honest. The SNES is a game system above the NES. It's better in literally every way, and everyone kind of has split morals on it, because it's just one-upping their favorite home console from their childhood. 16-bit music is so perfect! Ask any person on this planet and they will agree with me. But the music from the SNES, no offense to anyone who loves the NES, but is so much better. Now featuring such things as 16-bit graphics. This system was perfect for Nintendo's next lineup. Also, it continued much of the classics that the NES brought through, such as Final Fantasy, and Mario, I guess, but Final Fantasy. Next up, we have God's Bloodstained Cross. Why does the Virtual Boy have to exist? Nintendo, I get you are trying to be intuitive and all, but don't! My retinas feel nothing but internal bleeding whenever I look at this. Oh, and what's that? You need to cut down so you can't strap it to a child's face. I don't know, give it like chicken feet or some random crap. So why does the controller look like a freaking PlayStation controller went on a starvation diet? That thing is disgusting. The only good thing on it is Teleroboxer. And that was pretty screwed up because you just ripped off the original arcade version of Punch-Out! Okay, it's fine, we'll just move on from here. The N64. My personal oldest console that I currently own. This game system was in, guess what, 64-bit, and brought us probably the most popular Nintendo classics of all time, such as The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, Mario 64, F-Zero, and everything else that came on. Like the Batman Beyond games, which existed for some reason. Oh, and we can't forget Superman 64. Yeah, right guys? The N64 was such a good game, and it had the perfect games on it. Right, guys? Oh, I guess Smash is on that too, isn't it? Who likes playing with toys anyway? I prefer playing with statues. Enter the GameCube! Nintendo GameCube was probably the most competitive system of the last bunch, starting up plenty tournaments, and if you didn't know, why are you here? But started up the Underground Melee Scene, which was probably Nintendo's most popular North American tournament since the Major League Gaming tournament shut down. So that's pretty cool, I guess. The only reason this didn't sell as good as a few past, progressions was because Microsoft's Xbox came out the same year, along with the Sega Dreamcast and the PlayStation 2. But after that came a perfect beauty. See, Nintendo, you do know how to make game systems unlike the Virtual Boy. You made the Game Boy Advance! Now, this thing is dope, and if you disagree, you can leave. I make plenty of things where people can leave, don't I? But this game is the perfect game system I have ever played. Fits perfectly in your hands, doesn't weigh the same as a brick, can't withstand a fallout of a nuclear bomb. But Final Fantasy Tactics Advance came out on that, and I'm like, oh my god, it's my favorite game, and it's so perfect in every single way, and I love it. Maybe I have a problem or an addiction, but who cares? It's the Game Boy Advance, the perfect game. Next after that came the Game Boy Advance with a second screen. Oh, and a touchscreen, I guess. That also is kind of important. The Nintendo DS. Probably Nintendo's most favorite handheld. Variations as the 3DS, the DS Lite, the 2DS, which doesn't make sense, because the original is technically the 2DS. But does it look like I care? I have nothing to lose here, including subscribers. I'm a failure. It's fine, I don't care, because this game system's fun. Oh, I forgot to mention the Game Boy SP exists. Personally, it's kind of okay, but it's just the Pocket Edition of the Game Boy Advance. Now, the Nintendo DS is pretty darn cool, too. Bet in this wacky way, so you can play it in surfer mode. Surf's up, dude. Yeah, bro. But after this came the Wii Motion Plus. Oh, that's a later thing. It's just the Wii. Okie dokie. This game system is pretty darn cool. We can all agree we all had a childhood or a teenhood with this thing, and it was cool, and you loved it, and so did your grandmother. Don't be angry. It's fine. Your parents still love you, right? The controller was actually pretty intuitive. It was pretty much just a sideways NES controller with a funny wiggle bit in it that let it, track where your hand was. So the sensor bar was always a doozy to put up, because it was probably just stashed in your grandma's thing. I don't like that word. It was probably just stashed in your grandmother's, pocket or something like that. And she would just, take it out and unravel it and plug it in and then have it fall 38 times. This game also had Wario Land Shake It on it, which is one of my personal favorite games of all time. Probably close to Final Fantasy, but, it's Final Fantasy. After that came the Wii U. Why does this exist? This is the most horrid thing I have ever seen on the planet, and I want it to die now. Yeah, guys, let's take the Wii, and then steal iPad, and then, guys, I think I'm gonna put the iPad in the slot. Oh my god, guys, it's a Wii U. Also, name a single time you're gonna say, hi guys, Wii U and Wii U. How stupid does that sound? Honestly, I don't understand what they were going for here. Also, try to make a handheld that's a handheld next time and not a console. Everyone thought you could take this thing anywhere, and you screwed it up, didn't you? Next up, we have the NES Classic Mini. Just the NES in your pocket, or your palm, or wherever you can hide your NES Mini. I don't know. Put it on your dog. But that's practically just the NES with free games on it, so, Last but not least, we have the Nintendo Switch. This thing is freaking magical, with things such as the OLED model, why yet again, and then we have the wait, nope, that hasn't come out yet, and then the Switch Lite. So, this was a revival to the DS and Game Boy models, except you could play with friends with one console, which was kind of revolutionary at the time, but if you were young like me, it didn't make sense, so you could just play with your friends anyway. Games on launch, like Odyssey in Breath of the Wild, this system was absolutely fun to play, and it's so fun. I can't oversay how fun. But yeah, that's it for today, y'all. Adios, ya pooper stinkers. Bye!